So I got my sidewalls in. As y'all saw in the last video, the only difference right now is I'm just putting these blocks in. Basically, I figured out my angle. I got a pattern block somewhere, okay, right here. And it's 29 degrees at the top, and I got 59 degrees at the bottom. And the way I found that angle is just based off of my corner right here. That solid dark black line is my square down, and it's basically 1.5 inches from right up top coming in. So that's where, and right there is where it's going to intersect. So the box is going to go up and then straight. I was going to slope the box up at a, so slope the box up at an angle and keep all of these stepping up. That wouldn't be a good idea. The blocks that come down longer as the arch of my roof increases. These airbags can go off, but the way I see it, I could disable them, but I know that the cars are pretty strong. But disabling the airbag, no, I don't think I'm gonna disable it. I'm just gonna roll with the punch. Airbag come out, I'm gonna be side curtain, but my box, hey, it'll be a side curtain as well. Who knows? Maybe if Lord forbid anything happen, but if something does happen, I can imagine them probably deflecting off the box and probably going out my windows or something. To answer the question from base, nah. Am I gonna do anything about them airbags? No. So I'm getting this all going. Right here is where the box angle is gonna fall, right there. So if I put this piece up against here like this, up against the back of the wall, flush to it, at the bottom, I'm sticking down too low. And when I go to put my birch skin over this, my 3/4 birch over this, it ain't gonna work. It'll work, but I'm gonna have to do some nifty stuff with it, and I don't feel like trimming and adjusting the birch. So I'm gonna space it off, and then maybe in that corner I might do some filling in with something. I kind of want to bring it closer to this one, but you know, I don't want too big of a gap. That gap right there will probably be fine, but I'm probably still gonna fill it in with something. So that's the whole plan with that. That's the whole idea. Like, if you ever have issues with little angles and corners and stuff like this, I hope that, you know, this kind of help you out. But here's something else I want to show you too. Drilling like this straight in, your bit has a chance to walk. Catch the natural angle so that you're basically, your drill bit is squared off of the angle. So that's what I'm looking for. So basically when I drill, going straight in, then I turn it straight and go. At an angle, in, and I go. I'm sorry about the camera angle. I'm trying to do this with one hand. So angle, up, straight in. That's pretty much all it is to it. I pop my screws in. I can get it in there. There we go. That's what I told that girl. I'm sorry. But anyway, let me go on and do this, and we get on to the next clip. Right here, I'm thinking baffle 1, baffle 2, but if I do that, sacrificing that. So I might move it back 3/4 and do baffle 1 or 2, or I might move it back even more. Stand that. I hit the off button on it. Let me just ooze this glue somewhere. I put it right here. I don't have a gap. I'm just filling it in. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. Excuse me for being a little weird on y'all with that there. But I just can't stand to see glue just oozing out of tube. It just looks sad. And it's still coming out. You know what? Sometimes when you squeeze the tubes, it does that. But I'm almost empty, y'all. So this don't make no sense. Let me just... finger full of glue now. Just see, I got that little knot right there, little hole. All right, so show y'all a trick. Here it is. On your square, this edge right here is factory edge. From the factory, it should be perfectly square. All right. Right here, if you look at it, you got a 1/4 inch, 1.5 inches, 3/4. Most squares have a little divot. You know, you just hold the square along the edge. I can't do this with one hand, y'all, but basically you would slide your square across with your pencil. That'll give you 3/4 of an inch. You also got a mark right here for 1.5 inches. That's 3/4 plus 3/4. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't trying to dumb nobody down, but you know, I'm just speaking. So that would be 2 baffles, or if you're doing 3, you can scribe. And it actually comes in handy, like when you're marking out your box or whatever. So a lot of times I like my square. I really like my square. I use it almost every day. So I'm gonna save my other angles for the other side another day. I'm gonna focus on probably getting this deadened up right here, just this back section, because I really don't want foam all up in this crap right here. So I'm gonna deaden this back section, foil tape all this crap. I insulated it the other day. It was bad. That's the last of the tape right there. Even up in these crevices here, I know that I cannot get foam from the front. It won't. The likelihood of it seeping in there is not good. So I'm gonna foam that beforehand. Even all up in these sides here, I don't even care if it comes out like oozing. I know it is. Hang on, I'm playing with this airbag. But anyway, I'm gonna tape most of these holes, and then I'm gonna fill it in with foam. You know, cause that's hollow. Of course, I don't need any of this stuff tinging and binging on me here. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna tape this up, and then I'm gonna call this a day, y'all. Let me clean this place up while I'm talking to y'all. Figure out a way to work through it. You know, you just take it easy. What the heck is this? I don't know why I'm putting it there. As soon as I hit a turn, everything's gonna go nuts. I usually stack everything on the floor. Junk on this side, tools on this side, and that's pretty much what I'm about to do now. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna focus on this upper and get back with y'all. Alright, this is where I'm at. I went on and foil taped the rear section right here. Be careful touching this stuff too. Cut you. So I like all my seams here. I don't like nothing. Make sure I get good adhesive contact on that tape. I kept an opening over here, and then I got this opening right here. I could pull this antenna easily. I got an opening right here. I'll be able to shoot in. Basically, I plan on taking the little keepers off the door so the door swings, you know, basically all the way out, and I can be able to slide the sheet in some kind of way, maneuver it possibly. I'm probably going to wind up doing it from this side though, because, you know, this is already set up. So I better bring the sheet in possibly and wedge it up and then get it up there. Or I might just cut it in like 2-foot sections. You know, put one section in, make the other section meet, then cut a 1-foot section, a 2-foot section. The way it overlaps, tons of glue in it. Make sure the seam is ultra tight, and then it should be solid, and I should be a-okay. And if I feel, you know, I might have any issues, I can always fiberglass and resin it up, but I doubt I do that. The wood itself will be strong enough. Y'all are the best. Out.
Oh yeah. Damn, I'm feeling so drip.